hello, and welcome back to my channel, friends. Today, we're gonna go through and talk about all the books that are currently on my TBR. As you guys can see, I have a lot of books behind me, but I also have some books on my Kindle, so we're gonna discuss all of them that I currently want to read and like what's gonna be up and coming for me. So at the moment, I am still finishing up the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. I'm probably saying her name wrong. I've been trying to figure out how to say that bird. Anyway, I am currently on the fourth book. It is called A Map of Days. So I'm currently still reading that. I was able to get them available on my Kindle because I am traveling soon. So I have this one, and then I also have the other two books. We have the other two books here physically. We have The Conference of Birds and The Desolations of Devil's Acre. These are the last books in the series. Obviously, this is the one I'm currently reading. I got the physical copies because it's a long story. Basically, I didn't realize that my old library cards from when I lived in Ohio are still active. That means I can log into the Libby app, log in with multiple library cards, and have access to more books. So I was able to get these ebook version, and so I'm going to continue reading these, and I need to finish this series because this is the first series in a while that I've read, and I've actually wanted to read all of the other books, and I've been so excited, and I haven't gotten bored yet. And then obviously over here we have this shelf, and then we have this one down here. These are two completely different shelves. Obviously you can tell like the different style of books that are there. But this top shelf is a little bit more young adult, a little bit more romance. I did throw in this book here just because I finally got the hard copy version of it. It's called Where the Crawdads Sing. I recently read that. I loved it, wanted the hard copy, so I bought it. I don't have any room anywhere else on my shelf, so I just shoved it there for now. But everything else on here I still want to read, and I will get to eventually. One of the first books on the shelf is Atomic Habits. I've heard a lot of really good things about this book. I actually purchased the hard copy about a year ago. I was in an airport and I ended up having all of these crazy delays, so I ended up purchasing this to keep me busy. I ended up not reading it because I was just so nervous and anxious. It is on my TBR, and I don't know when I'm going to get to it. Maybe after the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series, because typically after reading like a fun book about like fiction and just something that's just like not real, I like to throw in some nonfiction books here and there just to kind of break up what I'm reading and kind of keep my brain wanting to read more books. The next book on the list is The Love Hypothesis. It is by Ali Hazelwood. She is a really popular author right now. I've seen her all over Book Talk. I've seen all the other books that she has written also all over TikTok, Instagram, everything. And I found this in a little free library near my house, and I found this and I was like, I have to have it, I have to read it, and it's like almost in perfect condition. So we have that. This will probably be after Atomic Habits. Again, while this is my TBR and like my idea of what I'm gonna read next, I honestly don't know what I'll read next. I'll just pick whatever I feel like at the moment. I've heard such good things about it. Going off of the Ali Hazelwood trend, I do have two more books of hers, Love on the Brain, and I also have Check and Mate. This is, I believe, one of her, like her newest book, and I saw this at Walmart. It was like severely discounted, so felt the need to grab it. It was honestly less than like 50% off. Like normally this book is about $14. I got it for less than $7, so pick that up, brand new from Walmart. But we also have this one. Again, more like little lovey-dovey romancy stories, and they look decently short. I figured they'd be nice and cute to kind of like throw into the mix here and there. And then another one that I'm actually trying to see if I can try to read this in like the next week or two, because it's called A Merry Little Meet Cute. I don't know what Goodreads has rated this book, but I've seen it all over, and the cover's really cute, and I got the hardcover version. Something to get me in the holiday spirit, since clearly I mean I decorate, but not like too much. And then the last two books that are on the top shelf, we have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I've heard a lot of good things about this author as well. She has been trending on Book Talk, YouTube, and like Instagram. I've seen her name in this book everywhere. I bought it used off of Facebook Marketplace, and yeah, I'm excited to read this one as well. And if I like Emily Henry, I'm probably gonna check out more of her other books. I've seen a lot of others that are really popular, and honestly they're just like they're like really fun colors, and they have really cute covers. The next book I have, which again, this seems weird, I got this used. I found it at the thrift store. It was only $1, a singular dollar. I found It Ends With Us. I've heard a lot of good things about Colleen Hoover. I know she was trending at the beginning of the year, I think a little bit last year too. I know that this is the second book in a series. The first one, I believe, is It Starts With Us. And so I'm gonna try to find the first book used, and then I'm gonna try to read them, and it'll be my first Colleen Hoover series that I'm going to read. We'll see if I like it. Again, I've heard mixed reviews. A lot of people love it, but then again, some people who I thought like I had like a similar taste in them to books, I really don't. And then getting down to this bottom shelf, I'm not gonna take the books out because they're pretty much all the same series. This is the Mortal Instruments series. I found this at Goodwill like a few years ago. Honestly, I forgot I had these. I had found them, I had purchased them, and then put them in a box and never opened them again. So I found the entire series. Each book was only $2.99, and this, at the time when I found it, it was on my TBR, and now we actually have it. So we will get through it eventually. I did watch a little bit of Shadowhunters. I believe that was like on ABC Family, or like technically it's Freeform now. I believe the Shadowhunters series is based off of this. The only other book I believe I have down here in this shelf is called The Help. I found that also at the thrift store for like $1. I do want to read it at some point. I've watched the movie. I know what it's about, but the book is really thick, and I'm always curious to see what the book is like compared to the movie, because usually the books are a lot better because they have so much more information and more descriptive. There's just like more stuff happening usually. Now we're gonna get into my Kindle, and I'm gonna talk about some of the books that I also have on my TBR here. So up in the top we have this book called Christmas Baggage. It was a cheap little book off of Kindle Unlimited. I do want to check that out again. Something short, something cute, something to get me in the holiday spirit. I also have the book If You Tell. I do want to read this soon. I've heard really good things about that. It has been recommended to me over and over and over again. I've also heard really good things about Lessons in Chemistry, and I believe it's like a TV show or movie, or it's going to be made into one. Again, I've heard great things about it. Another book on my TBR is Purple Hearts. I've seen like clips from the movie, and it's very intriguing, so I would definitely love to check out the book as well. Again, same thing. If I like it, I'll add it to the trophy shelf. I do have another Colleen Hoover book. It is Verity. I've seen it discounted on Kindle, like on Amazon, a lot recently, so I bought it because it was like $1. I also would like to read Counting the Cost by Jill Duggar. I have heard phenomenal things about this book. I'm always really interested in memoirs and people like talking about their life and like their experiences, especially of like a family or TV personality I watched or saw their, you know, social media or whatever growing up. Another one you're probably wondering is this over here, that's Kindle Unlimited. It says Things We Hide from the Light. That's like I think it's like a trilogy, like there's 3 books in that series. I read the first one and it was a little spicier than I was looking for, but like the romance scenes were intense, and I was not expecting that when I went into the book, but I'm still interested in reading the other 2 books, so we'll see if I get to them. I have a very long TBR, but most likely these are all going to be books that I'm going to start reading in 2024, because I mainly need to finish the Miss Peregrine series over here, and this will probably take me through the end of December, plus maybe like a Christmas book or 2. That's pretty much going to be my December. But yes, if you guys have been loving the book content here on my YouTube, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you guys want to see, anything you guys want me to try. I am trying a lot of new things in 2024 on this YouTube channel and on all of my socials and content creation in general. I have a lot of ideas, but if you guys like this video, you want to see more book content and more things like this, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what else you guys would like to see, and happy reading.